We gonna do it straight out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Let me see you just dance. Come on, nah, get up and dance. Nah, just get up and dance. Woo!
Hello, welcome to the set of cocktails, cooking and chatting with celebrity chef Narika. Today we have Desiree on. Desiree is my accountant. We're going to let her properly and formally introduce herself to you guys, and we're going to get into why we brought her on the show today. Hey Desiree!
Hello. So first of all, thank you for having me on the show today. I have been patiently waiting my turn. And my name is Desiree Yarber. I am a tax accountant and the CEO of Infinity Tax Solutions, based here in Houston, Texas. But we actually service all 50 states. I've been an accountant now and working in taxes for sure for until my age, 20 years I have been doing taxes.
20 years.
20 years I have been doing taxes. And so
title, she's my accountant. And she has a new title, so she's my imaginary accountant. But that's something a later conversation.
yes.
That's a conversation for later.
Yes. And so you've actually been one of my clients now for maybe like 12 years. Yeah, I would say 2009 or so.
Yeah.
And so definitely excited about having this conversation and to see what 2022 holds, definitely.
Right. So part of the reason that I chose to bring Desiree on is because we're wrapping up 2021 and going into 2022 is going to be tax time, it's going to be New Year's resolution time, it's going to be time for us to make better financial decisions. So having said that, I would like to know, and I would like you to share with our audience, what made you go into the accounting field?
Well, I'll tell you this. This started as a teenager. Definitely. So as a teenager, I was actually, I never really, like in school, right? When I was in high school, I never really had like a summer job or one of those things because my dad was a contractor and he always took his own job. So since a teenager, I was like a bookkeeper. Like I used to enter his invoices and balance his books in QuickBooks way back then.
Wow.
So everything has become also, technology savvy and automated so much further than that. But I was literally in QuickBooks at 15 years old.
Wow.
So I was helping him enter his invoices, to create his invoices to go out to his clients, and also keeping track of all of his receipts and any expenses that he had. And so that's really where it started. Now after high school, I then got my first job doing taxes with one of my competitors now, Jackson Hewitt. But that's where I started.
Wow.
We're not trying to plug them right now, but that's where I started.
But this is a point for me to say this. When you aspire to do something, you go to who's already doing it right and you pull from them. You become a sponge, you learn. So
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
So I started doing taxes with one of my aunts. I'm from a very small town, Baldwin, Louisiana, and so we worked in Franklin. And she had been doing taxes for years, but she basically taught me everything that I knew about taxes at the time. And then I worked for them for about 2 seasons, and then after that, I ended up moving to Atlanta at the time, and I never worked for anyone else doing taxes again from there. So I worked for them for 2 seasons. I started my business, and I've had my own clients ever since, and just constantly building my own brand. In the last few years, and with the help of social media, I have raised my clientele in the tax arena, but I also have some small business clients that I deal with throughout the year, like yourself, that will call me for all of the little things, that will call me for the bookkeeping, that we will talk about anything of how to plan out the year or make it through the year successfully. So that's pretty much, I will say that's how it started.
Okay. And you definitely love what you do because you're also gainfully employed in the corporate world with the oil company as well, in accounting as well.
I'm an accountant and an auditor for an oil company, so that's my day job. And in this particular business, I now have 3 employees. So over the years, I've seen the growth and the expansion, and pretty much last year, for the 2020 tax year going into the 2021 season, you know, I knew, like, I prayed for increase in that business, for increase in this business. And to be honest with you, I didn't quite know what I was asking for, because I got more than what I actually anticipated.
Wow.
So my client, I had so many new clients.
Ready for what you prayed for.
Exactly. And last year definitely was for me the manifestation of that. Like, be ready for what you're praying for. And so I did definitely see increase in that business. It was my biggest year yet. With clients, and then also retaining clients. I like to make sure that my customers they return also, but also, you know, they're getting what they paid for. They're making sure that they're covered, you know, legally, financially, and all of those things. So it's my joy to see that, you know, okay, I took care of that customer, and that customer is, you know, I learned throughout this process, you know, the best referral is word of mouth. The best referral, you know, the best advertisement is someone telling them that you did a good job. You helped them out. You came up. And so we talked about this in the last couple of days, that my company is Infinity Tax. It used to be Infinity Tax Service, but we changed it to Solutions, right? Because really and truly what we provide are solutions. Solutions to your everyday life, solutions to your tax problems, solutions to how to budget. You know, we provide solutions, right? So that's it. We're Infinity Tax Solutions, and definitely those are some of the things that for 2020 helped to prepare, and even now still going through a pandemic. Still going through a pandemic. Still ramping up the business, rebranding, constantly, forever changing. And that's one of the things in the name of the business, when naming it and really sitting down and pondering, okay, why Infinity? It was one of those things that, because, you know, finances, even tax law, everything is forever changing, right? Everything is forever changing.
And it's crazy, because I thought you chose Infinity because you always drove Infinity.
Right, no. And the tagline to that, I just kind of cut some of that stuff short, was initially where your financial possibilities are endless, right? So that was initially because it's so many things when it comes to finances. It's always, the IRS is always changing something. Something always changing in life, period. Something is always changing in business, whether it's, oh, I never had employees before. Now, how do I do payroll? We just talked about this, right? How do I do payroll? How am I going to pay my employees? What kind of schedule am I going to have them on? Or it could be anything like, well, I want to change my business entity. I don't want to be an LLC anymore. I want to be an S corp. How is this going to affect my taxes? So everything in the finance world is constantly changing, and so that's kind of the idea around the name of the business. Constantly changing, forever. You know, we have a solution for everything.
Right, and that's one thing I can tell you guys, because I'm the person that if I see something on Instagram that's about taxes or money, I'm sending it to her. 9.5 out of 10 times she's already on it. If I send a new room coming out about the RS, or new something that I think may indirectly or directly affect me, I send it to her, and she's like, I can't recall anything that she's surprised about.
Right. I will let you know if you qualify for it. I will let you know how to interpret that, because a lot of times IRS tax code and what they're saying, it's so many words that we can just break that. Okay, let me just tell you what this is saying. Right? And so that's normally, you know, what's happening.
And you need that person to break it down in layman terms. That person that understands that IRS lingo, the financial lingo, and things like that. I've never been one to dive into that because it's not my arena. So therefore, I deal with people that I trust to do it for me.
Right.
And having said that, we're gonna roll right into something else that you're doing that I've asked you. I guess I've been pondering over it for some months now, and I haven't fully jumped in, but I am interested in is your involvement with the Forex trading. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Sure, definitely. So a little bit of a background on that. For years, I'll say definitely from 2014, 2015, I have taken like a keen interest in investing. So some stocks, some bonds, some mutual funds. And so I've, invested in these things and in this arena. And then in 2019, I learned about the foreign exchange market, which is a $7 trillion market, right? So I had heard about it before then, but I actually started to learn and trade in this market. And so what I do now is kind of mentor people on how to become successful and how to become profitable in that market. And so just a little quick synopsis or breakdown of that is, so let's say that I travel, right? Because I do a lot of travel, right? Let's say I travel to...
I have to... You think people call me like what city, and when I text her, it's what country are you?
Right. So let's say that I fly out on Monday, which I am, to Cancun, right? And I need to exchange my US dollar for the Mexican peso. Right then and there, we're engaging in the foreign exchange market, right? So I'm exchanging one currency for another. There's a whole market behind it, just like the stock market. There's a whole market behind it that constantly moves based on exchange rates. And so what I do is I mentor people on how to become profitable in trading in that market. And it's literally something you can do from your cell phone 24 hours a day, 5 days a week when those markets are open. So I mentor people, and I probably mentor well over 100 people on how to become profitable in that market. Now, obviously with anything that you do, it's going to be all about what you put into it. So I can give you all the tips, I can give you all the tricks, I can show you everything you need, and that goes with anything, and the conversation that we're having is, it's going to be something that you have to put in action for yourself, right? It's going to always have to, you're going to have to put the work in for it. You're going to have to put some action behind it. So I'm excited because anytime someone becomes profitable in that market, they've now gained another stream of income.
Correct.
Right? A whole nother stream of income that you can decide, I'm going to trade for an hour today, or I'm going to trade this week because I have some downtime, whatever the case is. But it's definitely one of those things where once you learn how to do it, it's a skill set that you'll have for the rest of your life. So that's a little synopsis on that.
So, what's next for Infinity, the company, your personal company that you own? What's next for you guys coming up in the new year for 2022? What is who is your targeted market as far as new clientele with the tax season coming up on us? And I'm sure, as you said, there are new rules, new guidelines, and things of that nature. There are probably things that will be affected or changed because of the pandemic we just went through and things like that. So, what is your next steps for your company in the coming year?
Awesome, that's a great question actually. Let's even say in the next couple of weeks, right? So starting on January 2nd, we're taking clients starting on January 2nd. Now, will we be able to get your return accepted by the IRS at that time? No, but we are starting to prepare taxes on January 2nd, right? Our doors are open, virtually and in person, but mainly a lot of my clients are virtual.
Okay.
And we'll talk about that shortly, but so January 2nd, which is a little over, 2 weeks away, we will start preparing taxes. Now, at this particular current time, right now, we're doing estimates, which are, they're not really hard set in stone because you might not have your final numbers. But what we urge all of our clients to do is make sure they have all their paperwork in order. We can start your estimate, we can start your tax return, but we want you to have all your documents in order because what we don't want is the IRS coming back and saying we left something off that will only delay your return.
Right, let's just say we have someone that's watching right now and considering your services and considering contacting you. So when you say have your paperwork in order, what exactly does that entail? What should they have in order before they contact you for services?
So when we say paperwork or documents, right? So any income that you've produced throughout the year, so whether it be W-2s, 1099s, if you've been in a partnership and you have to file a K-tip, whatever it is, make sure you have all those documents. If you've withdrawn from your 401k, if you have had a a flex spending account from your job, and you use that whatever income sources if you withdraw stocks or bonds or whatever income source you pay for the year, you want to gather all those documents, right? You want to make sure that you have your personal documents, a valid state ID or driver's license to verify your identity. We're going to always need that from every single client. We don't necessarily need to see social security cards, but they're good to have a copy of that to make sure we have the right spelling of everything, to make sure we have the right numbers. Anything transposed to digit or anything can throw a tax return off. So we want to make sure you have all those documents ready, set, go January 2nd, right? And then if you're a late filer, that's fine, but just make sure you have those documents in order. Now, let's say that you're a business owner. Because everything that we talked about just now was about an employee, right? Let's talk about your arena. You want to make sure that you have, I don't know, you're a bit of a different client, but let's just say for the typical small business owner, you want to make sure you have your income statement. So any income that you brought in throughout the year, we'll take that as a whole number, or we'll take it month by month, right? From there, you want to make sure you have your expenses. Now, when it comes out to my small business clients, I like to send them a list of things. Start thinking about this. Hey, what expenses did you have for the year? Did you use your home as part of your business? Because that's a whole another expense you can deduct. Have you used a car as a maybe delivery part of your business? Have you traveled throughout the year? One thing that's new in 2022 is that meals that are business-related expenses. So let's say that you took a client and you hosted a client because you were, I don't know, trying to, get some business or whatever the case was, and you shared a meal with them, right? Business, or let's say that you traveled for the business. Meals this year in 2021 and 2022 are 100% deductible.
Wow.
Versus I have a lot of years. So any business related meal, if you were meeting with clients, this is a business related cocktail. It is, right? It really is, because we are literally filming for your business, right? But at any rate, they're 100% deductible versus other years where it has only been 50%.
Okay.
So Mm-hmm.
That is good to know.
So you want to start gathering those things. Now, I will say this: the better you have it broken down. There's some softwares. If I haven't helped with that throughout the year on bookkeeping or anything like that, how you start your year. So maybe if it's not something you've done throughout 2021, you may want to look at it for 2022 and starting to break down throughout the months what your expenses are, what your income is, how you've used those expenses. Right. Is it meals? Is it fuel? Is it supplies? Is it and what you're spending on your office space? Do you have storage space or whatever it is? Right. Want to start to make sure that you have all that in order. So small business owners have a bigger task when they're getting ready to file their taxes.
Right. And so then my next question is for new clients, when they come on as new clients, is there an upfront fee or do you assess those fees when they get a return? Because employees will get a return, but if they have a situation where they're only paying taxes, how do you handle that when they contact you? Is there a retainer fee? Is there an initial fee for your services, or how does that work?
So that's on a client, a case-by-case basis. Okay. But we do maybe 15-20 minute consultation, which is free.
Okay.
Get on the phone or get on a Zoom call. We'll go over your tax situation. And if if it's a small business owner, likely they're always going to pay, right? Okay. So there is not going to be a refund. If there's a small business owner and they made a significant amount of money, or if they don't have any dependents, it's just every tax situation is very different. So you have some small business owners that will come out of this getting a refund this year because of the COVID credits and whatnot, right?
And of course, all the tricks and trades to that.
Right. And so that's one of the things you gotta make sure when you are selecting an accountant or selecting a tax preparer, that they're constantly getting updated on the newest tax code, on the newest tax credits, and whatnot. But so for a new client, we do a 15-20 minute assessment of what you have going on, and then from there, I will quote you a price. And send you a contract or an invoice and we move from there. So it just depends on what your situation is. If you know you're getting a refund and you would prefer to have the fee deducted from your refund, then we can move, like that. But there are some additional questions that we go through, make sure, you don't have anything up to the IRS and whatnot. Okay. But yeah, so every case is very different and we try to handle it.
Okay, so in closing, if someone wanted to become a client or contact you with questions or things of that nature regarding Infinity Tax Services, which is your company, Infinity Tax Solutions, it's changed, that's right. Okay, or Forex trading, how would they contact you?
So there's several ways you could contact me. I am on social media, on Facebook and Instagram. On Facebook, my name is Desiree Yarber. I also have the business pages on Facebook, Infinity Tax Solutions.
See, she almost copied me.
Yes. And Desi the CEO, because that's my personal page where I share, kind of my journey throughout life, period.
Okay.
And I'm on Instagram as Desi the CEO, and you will also find us on Instagram with Infinity Tax Solutions. So my Instagram is Desi the CEO. That's my personal Instagram, and actually all of my businesses are there. I'll feature them there.
Okay.
And then you can find us on Instagram at Infinity Tax SOL, like for solutions. And I also have email address, which is infinitytaxservice1@gmail.com. We're rebranding right now, so just bear with me. At gmail.com, and also my phone number. And it's a business phone, so you can always contact me at 404-626-4793. That has been my number. It's going to be my number. I have actually getting a new personal phone because we're ramping up business this year.
Awesome. Congratulations. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
So guys, you've heard everything from Miss Desiree, and like I said, I highly recommend her services, and I have been a happy client since 2008, 2009. So yeah, there you have it. Tax season is upon us, and y'all need to get rolling. Thank you guys.
Definitely. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
First, you got to just work to the beat. Then you got to put your hands on your knees. Then you got to make your feet be flat. Then you got to put an arch in your face.
I am so excited. Kenya has prepared some lavish spreads for us. She is the charcuterie expert, guys. So she's the perfect person to book for your holiday parties, your just because parties, whatever you got going on that you could use a nice charcuterie board. I'm gonna let her tell us what she has here because I was attempting to, but it wouldn't do her any justice. Go ahead, can you tell us about your board?
Sure. So I have some salami roses, pepperoni roses, some Buddha roses. I have some holiday popcorn with chocolate and
Can I taste something?
sprinkles.
Can I taste?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Go for it. I have a variety of crackers and peppermint bark for the holidays, salted cashews. I have some garlic stuffed olives, gingerbread, and gingerbread stars. And I also have a cranberry white cheddar. And so those are some of the holiday add-ons.
Salami. Was that salami?
Salami.
It was excellent. This is chocolate covered. Is it an almond?
It's a cashew. Sea salt chocolate
Excellent,
cashew.
guys. Excellent.
And so, paired with the board, there's a specialty cocktail, which is a caramel apple mimosa. And it features apple cider.
Wait, did you say mimosa?
Mimosa.
Let me taste that. Where's that? Cheers. Thank you. Mimosa.
So we paired it. Cheers. It includes some holiday sprinkles.
I see that the red.
Red and
That's
green.
it, guys.
And I also brought along a peppermint bark wine to accompany our holiday charcuterie.
Wow. I am thoroughly impressed, guys. The selection of meats is excellent. The chocolate is great. So we have fruits here. Tell us about the fruits. What fruits do we have?
So we have red apples and green pears to keep in the holiday season.
Okay, is this pepper jack cheese?
That is Gouda, and there's pepper jack here.
I love pepper jack.
Yes.
Let me have some of that.
There's pepper jack. I have an aged ham, also mixed in with the apples and Gouda. And we have pistachios and a variety of entertainment crackers.
Wow.
And if you don't drink alcohol, there's a non-alcoholic rosé, pear cider, and cranberry apple cider as well.
Wow.
And we have a red pepper jelly with our peppermint spoon.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So if somebody wanted to contact you and say book a charcuterie board for an upcoming office party, holiday party, just something as an accent while the family waits for them to prepare Christmas dinner or New Year's dinner or whatever the case may be, how would they reach you?
So my Facebook is Occasions by Kenya, and you can reach me there at Occasions by Kenya is my business page. I do charcuterie boards and boxes, cups, mason jars, sticks, all things charcuterie.
Wow. Okay, so guys, you heard it from her. Today we didn't do the traditional cooking that we normally do with our guests because we had King coming on with these spreads. We're going to enjoy these delicious spreads. And if you guys need anything for any of your parties, office parties, home parties, just because she's your girl, you heard it first here. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the next year. Happy
On a handstand.
Hi guys, this is your first Chef Narika's moment. Going into 2022, we will have a Chef Narika's moment at the end of every show where I inspire, encourage, and empower women. What I want to say to you today is I'm going to live in my transparent moment with you guys for a second. I have always wondered what I could accomplish with the right man's assistance, right? But I've always had to remind myself of everything I've done without a man. So I want to encourage you as women to be in your bag this year, to plan and execute properly, to set realistic goals, and to achieve them. Find you a group of friends that you can celebrate your milestones with and just go for it. We're all here rooting for you. We're here to support you, and we're here to encourage you as well. Happy New Year. We look forward to seeing you in 2022.